All right, Matthew. Yesterday, an interesting press conference for Eli Drinkwitz, and we spent the majority of yesterday's show talking about how he had requested more from the Fortune 500 companies. And the reason that he wants more is because, in his opinion, Eli Drinkwitz's opinion, Mizzou isn't spending up to the level of other teams that they're competing with for football players.
Yeah, that was one of the big things. We broke down a lot of the points that Drink was making. The one thing we didn't get to go into is him talking about first here. This was a question from Vahe Gregorian, who obviously does a great job over with Kansas City Star. And he talks first about the adaptations they've had to make over the years. But the most important part of this clip is the back half when he talks about potentially the misconceptions about their current NIL budget. Here's Eli Drinkwitz from yesterday's press conference.
Ever since I've been here, adaptability has been the number one key. I mean, we started with COVID, then we got the transfer portal, then we got NIL, and I think anytime you're a program looking to keep climbing, you got to look for opportunities. And in the sport, I think we've done a really good job of taking advantage of the NIL and transfer opportunities. And I think there's a misconception that. I think we've done a really good job of utilizing NIL. I think there's a misconception that we're one of the bigger spenders in NIL. I don't think that's true. I think we're very good at what we do. I think we've been very wise in our investments, but we're not frivolous, and there's certainly not unlimited funds, and there's certainly not. We weren't in the top 10 of spenders last year, right, when they put out the list. So I just think there's a misconception that there's more than there probably is.
I would suggest that if you are not in the top 10, but you're in the top 20, that you're still a pretty significant spender. And he says we aren't frivolous. Well, where else was Bo Prabula going to go? Because the musical chairs kind of stopped when Bo Prabula wound up coming to Mizzou for $1.5 million. So I don't know that they weren't bidding against themselves for Bo Prabula when they got him. They have made good choices, and they've had really good teams at the University of Missouri. But I would reject the notion that when you have $1.5 million quarterback and Texas Tech has spent $1 million on theirs, that you aren't spending big money.